On the road to reopening, new risk levels announced by Oregon Governor Kate Brown, showing counties across Oregon continue to move in the right direction. On Friday, two counties, Lane and Polk, will move out of the high risk category and go to moderate. Clatsop County will move from moderate to lower risk. Clackamas County, however, remains in high risk along with 12 other counties.
And while Multnomah and Washington counties are seeing increased capacity at businesses, other major counties are getting closer to it.
Elise Haas is live with where Clackamas, Polk, and Marion counties now stand. Elise?
Ken and Jenny, so the two things that these counties need are to hit that 65% vaccination rate of their residents who are 65 and older, and for these counties to also submit a vaccine equity plan that the state approves. Polk County has submitted their equity plan and OHA has given it the green light, but they will not move to that lower risk category until 65 of all of their residents ages 16 or older are vaccinated. Right now, Polk County is at 61% vaccination rate, so they are close to being able to hit and getting that 65 to get to the lower risk. Clackamas County has submitted their equity plan too. OHA tells me that they will be approving it soon, but 61% of Clackamas County residents are vaccinated, so they still need to get up to that 65%. Meanwhile, Marion County is much lower. They're sitting at 56.8% of vaccination rate. But looking overall, Oregon is inching closer to the governor's goal of the state reaching a 70% vaccination rate. As of today, according to the CDC data, 65.8% of eligible population 18 years and older in Oregon has received at least one dose of COVID-19 vaccine. And when talking to the Oregon Health Authority, they are still projecting that Oregon will hit that 70% mark by July. But looking at those numbers, it could be possible that we hit it sooner. And if so, as soon as we hit 70%, all of those risk levels go away. Reporting live, Elise Haas, KOIN 6 News.
Thank you, Elise. We are digging deeper this morning after a Clackamas County commissioner compared COVID vaccine card checks to Jim Crow laws. Commissioner Mark Shull drafted a resolution to block the state rule that a business must see someone's vaccination card before they can come inside without a mask. Shull's resolution stated that vaccine passports create conditions of a new Jim Crow 2.0 law. Fellow commissioners, including Chair Tootie Smith, harshly criticized the comparison to laws that legalized segregation and led to the arrests and lynchings of black people.
You don't throw gasoline on fire and then expect to retract statements. I find this resolution as originally submitted abhorrent and irresponsible.
There's nothing in there that should be construed as coming from a racist perspective.
Shull has been censured in the past for racist comments on social media. Fellow commissioners voted to remove him from all of his outside duties as a commissioner, saying he doesn't represent the commission.
As President Biden gets set to deliver an update today about our country's response to the pandemic, organizations across the country continue to offer creative ways to get people vaccinated. In Massachusetts, Worcester Red Sox fans 18 and older who get a shot at Polar Park, where that AAA team plays, will get a free ticket to that game plus a hat. In Ohio, there are plans to announce a second Vax-A-Million winner today, as most of the state's COVID-related health orders will end. And Krispy Kreme announced it has given away 1.5 million free donuts to people who showed their vaccine cards. It's a promotion that's about 2 months old.
Meanwhile, Moderna is seeking full approval from the Food and Drug Administration for its COVID vaccine. Its vaccine is currently on the market for emergency use only. The company says it will continue to submit trial data to the federal agency on a rolling basis over the coming weeks. Moderna is the second drug maker in the nation to apply for a full biologics license, allowing it to market the shots directly to consumers. Our coronavirus coverage continues online, and there you will find the latest information and resources from the CDC about the pandemic. It's all on KOIN.com.
A record-breaking heat. Yesterday was the first 90-plus degree day we've had so far this year. We saw families and kids enjoying the Salmon Street Springs and Keller Fountain. The City of Portland's splash pads don't open until next Friday, June 11th. Over at the Blanchet House, they are handing out water and refilling reusable containers. It's for those who do not have easy access to clean drinking water in Portland. And there is a need for more bottles.
We haven't built up our supply yet. This heat wave, I think, has taken a lot of us by surprise. And so normally we would like to have a large supply of reusable water bottles and plastic water bottles to hand out. And we just don't have that supply right now.
People can donate new or gently used reusable water bottles to the Blanchet House, located in the location in the Old Town. For more information on how you can help, just go to coin.com.
Time now is 4:38. Let's get right to meteorologist Kelly Bayer with another check on our morning forecast. And Kelly, another hot day today, but maybe not as hot as yesterday.
Yeah, not as hot as yesterday, but still likely in the 90s. A chance we again just hit under a record high, so likely not breaking another record like we did yesterday. But here's a list of some cities around our area that did see some new record highs. A lot of areas were in the mid-50s to even, mid-90s to upper 90s yesterday. Portland hit 95 degrees, breaking the old record back in 1970. Vancouver also 95. Troutdale 94 there. Hillsborough also scorching temperatures yesterday. We hit 95 degrees. Salem further south 97 yesterday. So all record-breaking heat for these cities here. Again today, likely sitting in the 90s again, but no new records. It's a beautiful start this morning. We're seeing clear skies and a wonderful sunrise there. Look at all those oranges and reds popping in the skies. Today, that summer-like heat continues as we bump up back near the 90s again. We're also tracking a thunderstorm threat for the east sides of the state that could pose for some wildfire danger. So all more details on that and which areas could see some sparks of lightning. Upper 60s now as we begin this morning. A quick look at our day planner today. Again, we will heat up as we head into our lunchtime and afternoon, back in the 80s to about 90 degrees today. So prep for the heat. We'll have your full forecast in about 5 minutes. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much. Time now is 20 minutes before 5 o'clock. And up next, a shooting in California that left one person dead and another wounded. What the shooter and the two victims had in common.
And still ahead, newly released body cam footage from the rail yard shooting in San Jose. The moments that led up to police finding the shooter.
You're watching KOIN 6 News with Jenny Hansen and Ken Body. Watching out for you.
A newly released body cam video shows the moments Santa Clara County deputies and San Jose police entered the Valley Transportation Authority building. Seconds later, 2 more gunshots rang out, now believed to be the gunman taking his own life. Law enforcement found the suspect dressed in VTA clothing with a gun in his hand.
This protocol, I believe, saved lives. There are over 100 people in that area. He had a lot of additional ammunition. We'll never forget those innocent victims whose lives were taken by a crazed coward.
57-year-old Samuel Cassidy fired 39 bullets before killing himself. 9 rail yard employees were also killed. Authorities spent 2 days clearing Cassidy's home of explosives, weapons, and ammunition. The sheriff's office believes all of those victims were targeted.
A firefighter is dead and a captain injured after an off-duty firefighter shot them at a Los Angeles County fire station yesterday morning. The suspected shooter was found dead in a burning home about 10 miles from the scene of the shooting with a gunshot wound to the head. That man was a firefighter specialist and engineer who had been with the LA County Fire Department for more than 20 years. The details about what led to the shooting not available. An LAFD captain remains in the hospital in critical but stable condition.
Happening now, the world's largest meat supplier is coming back online today after making significant progress against a ransomware attack. A Brazil-based JBS was forced to cease cattle slaughtering operations at 13 of its meat processing plants in the U.S. The company told the White House the attack came from a criminal organization likely based in Russia. Industry experts do not expect consumers to see a meat shortage. President Biden recently signed an executive order strengthening the federal government's cybersecurity defenses.
In a weather alert, 1 person is dead, 16 others injured after a tornado hit a suburban area in China. The tornado and hail hit the capital city of Harbin. It was reported that the tornado damaged more than 160 houses and ravaged through farmlands. Nearly 250 villagers have been evacuated, and the economic loss is estimated at about $795,000 US.
Oof, okay, well, 4:46 right now. I want to get to our own weather because we got that heat, and I like how you said, you're like, it's not going to be as hot today. It's still in the 90s.
I know.
I was like, are we going to be able to tell a difference?
I don't think so. Once you get to that threshold, it's just so hot out there. You got to take breaks from the heat, stay inside. The AC feels real nice. So at least we probably won't hit a new record today. We did yesterday, but we're going to back off slowly, very slowly going into the rest of the week. So still some heat today that will track into the afternoon. We're also starting out with those mild temperatures, just below 70 degrees right now in Portland. It is warm out there. That is t-shirt weather. As I was leaving my place at about 3 o'clock this morning, I was just in a t-shirt there. So it is a very nice start. We're seeing beautiful skies out too. A nice sunrise this morning. High pressure is still locked in place. This is keeping us dry and keeping that heat in our region here. We don't see much change from this big ridge sitting over us until we get to about Friday and the weekend. So we are expecting to see a good amount of heat the rest of the week, likely dry conditions too. And today we'll track a chance for some thunderstorms on the east sides of the state that could pose for some wildfire dangers, possibly some lightning strikes from isolated storms. But again, talking about the heat here, today we'll see a forecast high about 90 degrees. That's still very hot out there. The current record 98. So unlikely that will break any new records moving forward, but still we're under the heat too as we head towards Thursday, low 80s. So today out towards the coast, expect to see more clouds in place. Still some sunny moments, but cooler temperatures because so. And we'll only top off in the mid to upper 60s when we were in the upper 70s for some areas out towards the beaches yesterday. A cooler day for the coast. Again, summer-like heat sets up the 90s across the board today. A lot of sunshine again, just a beautiful summer-like day. These are July, August temperatures that we are now seeing at the early parts of June. Still sunny and hot on the east sides of the Cascades. And we'll see some low-level moisture, some instability and convection. A chance we see some isolated storms kind of popping up around the east sides of the state today, which could have some lightning. So there is some elevated fire danger out to the east because of that, and we'll track that into our afternoon hottest parts of the day going into today and also Thursday. Out to the coast, or excuse me, out to the gorge, we're still seeing that heat advisory in place. Temperatures again near the triple digits to the Dalles and eastward out to Pendleton. Also tracking thunderstorms up in the Cascades as well. So that'll be something that we have to watch heading into the afternoon today. In terms of our futurecast, there's a look at those isolated storms on the east sides as we head our way into Thursday. Likely a few more clouds pulling into Portland here and across the coast, but that's about it. We're still looking at dry conditions for the rest of the week. Here's your 7-day forecast. Still hot too. Low 80s tomorrow, upper 70s on Friday. Then we cool down. Chance for some showers, and we're back in the upper 60s heading into Sunday and Monday. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Well, your Portland Trailblazers came back from a 22-point deficit to take the Denver Nuggets to double overtime, but it wasn't enough as the Blazers fall 147-140. Damian Lillard set a franchise playoff record with 55 points and an NBA playoff record 12 three-pointers. He scored 17 of Portland's 19 points in the 2 overtimes. Robert Covington had 19 points and 11 rebounds. Yusuf Nurkic had 13 and 11 boards. As for the Nuggets, Nikola Jokic had 38 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists. That's one shy of a triple-double. The two teams now come back to Portland for Game 6. Coin 6 is helping you get ready for the game. Join Adam, AJ, and Marcus for a playoff special tomorrow at 4:30 right here on Coin 6. Tip-off is at 5 o'clock at the Moda Center. I stayed up late. I watched the game all the way through the double overtime. And wow, that was a tough loss, but a great game. So Nuggets are now up 3-2 in the 7-game series.
Okay, so tomorrow night's pretty important then. Right?
Yeah, they have to win
Yes.
tomorrow night or they're done.
Yes, you're going to be tired on Friday. Okay. Well, coming up, we are heading into day 4 of the Rose Festival treasure hunt. We will have the next clue.
And we'll show you how a grounds crew is having fun after the opposing team's outfielder runs into the wall chasing down a home run. We've been telling you about the Rose Festival treasure hunt. It is underway right now, and the Rose Festival medallion is hidden inside a small 3-inch lucite box. It's in a metal case.
Yeah, 3 clues to find the treasure are now available. And here's the third. Gibbs, Grover, Gardner, and Gear, and others we could mention. Where were they when they tried to get the citizens' attention? Do you know what that means?
Well, those sound like street names.
Oh, okay. Where were they when they tried to get the citizens? Oh, wait, why are we taking
All right.
We're here. Yeah, I don't know. I actually Googled those names and I couldn't find anything. So there's a guy who reads audiobooks with like Garver Grodner or whatever the name, but I don't think that had anything to do with it.
Yeah, I think that narrows it down to an area of the city.
Right. That's a good thought. Okay,
Yeah.
so the fourth clue will come out at 10 o'clock this morning. Those clues will be released every day until the treasure is found.
All right. Well, don't take my word for it. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
Check this out. Minnesota Twins center fielder Rob Refsnyder was chasing down a home run in Baltimore when he ran right into the wall. That was Monday. He walked away just fine. Yesterday, the Orioles grounds crew decided to have some fun with the play. They taped up an outline of him at the spot where he hit the wall. They even added his jersey number 38 in the picture. Okay, that's pretty funny.
I mean, I'll admit I do that at home all the time. That was pretty funny to watch. Okay, 4:56 right now. Coin 6 News just getting going. Coming up, we're taking a look at Clark County vaccination rates.
And Cor Harlan will be at Vancouver Waterfront this morning. He'll show off a new shop that's connecting local entrepreneurs and shoppers.
Live, you're watching KOIN 6 News at 5. Watching out for you.
Now at 5, several Oregon counties are on the way to reopening as they get ready to move to new COVID-19 risk levels.
And vaccinating Clark County. We check in with Washington State as they inch closer to reopening.
Plus, record highs in the Rose City, how people cope with the blazing late spring heat wave. Thanks for being with us here on KOIN 6 News this morning. I'm Jenny Hansen.
And I'm Ken Body. Yes, it feels like a heat wave out there.
It's hot.
It is hot. Let's get our first look at the morning weather and traffic together. We started off with meteorologist Kelly Bayern, and we were kidding with you earlier that it's going to be a little cooler today, but still in the 90s.
Yeah, so we're still expecting that summer-like feel out there today. We saw record heat yesterday, likely not hitting a new record high, but still seeing temperatures very warm this afternoon and in the 90s, unfortunately. We're also starting out with a beautiful morning, though, so take advantage of this part of the day. Upper 60s right now, so if you're up early, out the door, no need for a jacket. Here's a quick look at Mount Hood from our KOIN Tower cameras. Your out the door forecast, grab the sunglasses again. We're back in the sunshine today. Sandals if you can. Wear those shorts today and a tank top. We're expecting warm highs once again near 90 degrees in Portland. I'll show you a list of those areas that did break records yesterday and when we'll see some relief from the heat. My 7-day forecast. That's in about 10 minutes. Good morning, Carly.
Good morning. Well, we start off with a max disruption, and this is because of something that happened yesterday with the overhead power lines near the Sunset Transit Center. So what you'll need to do is use shuttle buses instead of using the blue and red lines between the Beaverton Transit Center and Library 9th, that station. So that's until further notice. Of course, we'll keep you updated, and you should always plan ahead and give yourself some extra time. Here's a look at the Sunset Transit Center. 26 looks great. The freeways are all clear at the moment.
Thanks, Carly. On the road to reopening, risk levels have been updated from Governor Brown, showing counties across Oregon that keep moving in the right direction. 2 counties, Lane and Polk, are out of the high risk category and now in moderate. Clatsop County moved from moderate to low risk. It will join 18 other counties when it makes the move Friday. Clackamas remains in high risk along with 12 other counties.
County that's still in high risk is Marion County, and vaccination rates for that county are at 57%. That means that 22,000 more people need to get vaccinated for Marion County to move to lower risk. It is currently the 3rd highest when it comes to the number of people left that need to get a shot to reach the 65% goal. Officials with Marion County tell us that they are partnering with community organizations to host mobile clinics and are launching a new campaign with Univision to reach people who are hesitant to get vaccinated.
Looking to Washington State, we are getting updates on the vaccination rate in Clark County.
Elise Haas is live with the data and additional clinics that will be available this week. Elise?
Ken and Jenny, so Governor Inslee has said that the state will reopen on June 30th, but that could happen sooner if 70% of Washingtonians who are 16 and older initiate vaccination. And residents in Clark County could help make that happen. According to Washington State data, as of May 30th, there are 56% of folks in Clark County, 16 years and older, have received at least 1 dose, and 47% of their residents 16 and older are fully vaccinated. So getting your vaccine is easier than ever these days. Uber and Lyft, for instance, are offering free rides to your COVID-19 vaccine appointment all the way through July 4th. You can call this number 833-VAX-HELP to get your code, and then you can schedule your appointment. So those who aren't vaccinated yet still have time to take advantage of the Tower Mall COVID-19 vaccination site in Vancouver. It will stay open for first and second doses through the end of this month, June 29th. Walk-ins and appointments are both welcome. Plus, Clark County is having a clinic in Yakult this evening, and they'll also be returning to Woodland High School for a clinic on Saturday. Plus, pharmacies throughout Vancouver and Clark County are also allowing walk-in appointments too. So it is definitely very easy. For all of this information, I've included it within this article at KOIN.com. Reporting live, Elise Haas, KOIN 6 News.
Thank you, Elise. Our coronavirus coverage continues at KOIN.com, and right now you can get updates on face covering guidance for people who are fully vaccinated, as well as daily COVID case counts.
Oh, we are learning new information about a crash that killed 3 Estacada teenagers and put another behind bars. 18-year-old Devin Kurtz is in the Clackamas County Jail facing 3 charges of second-degree manslaughter. Deputies believe he was intoxicated when he crashed into a truck Monday night on South Springwater Road near Redland Road. A 17-year-old and 14-year-old passenger died at the scene. Another victim died at the hospital last night, and a 4th passenger is still in the hospital. We've learned there is a vigil planned at 8 tonight at Estacada High School.
There's damage to overhead max wires near the Sunset Transit Center, so service for the red and blue line will be disrupted until further notice. The passengers were trapped inside a hot max train yesterday for safety reasons yesterday afternoon. Tri-Met police tossed water bottles from a safe distance to the passengers until they could actually get out. Today, riders will be shuttled between the Sunset Transit Station and the Galleria in downtown Portland. The cause of the damage to the wires is unknown at this time.
Now, Portland did see record-breaking heat yesterday. It was the first 90-plus degree day we've had this year so far. We did see a lot of families and kids enjoying the Salmon Street Springs and Keller Fountain. The City of Portland's splash pads don't open until next Friday, June 11th. Over at the Blanchet House yesterday and today, they're handing out water and refilling reusable containers. It's for those who don't have access to clean drinking water in Portland. There is a need, though, for more bottles. Now, people can donate new or gently used reusable water bottles to the Blanchet House to the location in Old Town. For more information on how you can help, just go to coin.com.
Yesterday was definitely a day to hydrate.
Oh my gosh, so hot outside.
Yeah, it really was. And we've got another hot day on tap for today. How hot will it be, Kelly?
Well, likely our second 90-degree day in a row. So we're still expecting to see that heat out there, likely not breaking another record high, but yesterday we did. There were 5 areas around the region that broke records. Portland was one of them, 95 degrees, breaking the old record at 94 set back in 1970. So you can see Vancouver, Troutdale, Hillsborough, and Salem also broke some new record highs, all in the mid to upper 90s yesterday. So that heat continues into today. That's after we start a beautiful morning. Check out that sunrise from our Stoller Winery camera. You can see Mount Hood there off in the distance and a nice glow this morning. Again, that summer-like heat continues. We will see our highs today back in the low 90s. Also this afternoon and Thursday afternoon, Eastern Oregon is under threat for isolated thunderstorms. We could see some heavy, quick downpours and even some lightning strikes. And this poses a concern for wildfires, so that is something to be mindful of. This morning, again, we are starting out mild, though, seeing the 60s around the valley, mid-50s out towards the coast, and some areas sucked in by some marine clouds as we begin our morning. And also tomorrow, we could see some light drizzle for the coast as that cloud layer becomes real thick. We'll talk about that here in a few moments. There's your view from the Coin Tower cameras, Mount Hood again, and that quiet start to our morning and beautiful sunrise. Expect a warm start and heating up quickly again by lunchtime, close to the 80s, and real hot this afternoon. We'll see the upper 80s, close to the low 90s for our highs today. And again, we'll talk more about some thunderstorm threat and wildfire danger heading into my full weather. That's in about 5 minutes. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Kelly. 5:08 right now, and coming up, a homeless camp removed in downtown Portland, but it's not part of the city's more assertive approach.
Plus, what you need to know if you plan to have a backyard burn this week.
And we'll show you which Oregon hiking trails will be closed for at least another 2 years.
You're watching KOIN 6 News with Jenny Hansen and Ken Body, watching out for you.
Juneteenth is now one step closer to becoming a state holiday in Oregon. Yesterday, the state Senate passed a bill to make it official, although the tradition won't start in an official capacity until next summer. June 19th will serve to honor the freedom of enslaved people in the U.S. On that day in 1865, a Union general rode into Galveston, Texas, and issued an order to free more than 250,000 African Americans still enslaved there. Almost 3 years after President Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation had legally freed slaves across the nation. That bill now heads to the House.
Portland police removed a group of homeless campers from the sidewalks around Chapman Square yesterday. That's directly across from the Multnomah County Justice Center. Well, Portland police tell us they moved in and conducted what they call a summary abatement. That's when police move in and address problems after there are reports of ongoing criminal activity. Officials say this area around Chapman Square had become a danger to the community after someone in the camp was arrested for chasing someone around with a knife. A few days later, a man looking for food in the camp was hit over the head with a stick. Police say yesterday's cleaning is not connected to the city's recent announcement that it will be increasing the number of homeless camps they remove each month.
There are mountains of trash and debris all over Portland, and it's taking a monumental effort to pick up that mess. We showed you a lot of the problems during our special series, Is Portland Over? Well, now KOIN 6 tags along with a special group of trained volunteers who are handling some of the most dangerous cleanups around our area. We'll show you what it takes to tackle the mess and tell you what fuels these volunteers to keep heading back out onto the streets. Our special report airs tonight at 6, right here on KOIN 6.
3 popular trails along Oregon's north coast will stay closed for another 2 years because of last September's windstorm and wildfires. The entire North Trail at Cape Lookout State Park and 2 sections of trails at Oswald West State Park are still blocked by trees that fell. Oregon Parks and Recreation says it'll take a lot of work to get them back open.
A backyard burn ban is in place across Clackamas County right now. It lasts through at least Friday. Of course, it's because of high temperatures in the forecast and little to no chance of rain. Officials are strongly discouraging any recreational fires, and they want you to report illegal burns online to the Oregon DEQ.
Well, let's take a look at traffic and weather right now. Carly standing by with a look at what's happening out on the roads and to update us on that MAX situation as well. But weather-wise, another scorcher today, Kelly.
Yeah, we're still under the heat today, likely a second day in a row here in the 90s. So we will see some heat today. Again, really feeling like summertime, even though we've just begun June. Say good morning to Lark and Nipper out at the Sealy Peppermint Farm. We've actually featured them on our KOIN AM Extra show, and I used their peppermint to make cookies over the Christmas time. So thank you for sharing this photo. You can see Mount St. Helens there off in the distance. A beautiful day. Again, we're starting out with warm temperatures throughout the morning hours. By 9 o'clock, we'll be close to 70 degrees. So almost the perfect morning. We're expecting dry conditions all day today, more sunshine, and that heat really setting in by the afternoon. Low 90s today. So keep in mind any walks out there on pavement or any concrete. Those paws make it real hot, so stick to the grasses if you can and have fun out there. Quick look out north up near Ridgefield. You can see Mount St. Helens and Mount Adams there in the back. A gorgeous sunrise this morning, not a cloud in the sky. We're sitting in the upper 60s right now. It is just a beautiful start. T-shirt weather out the door here. No need for a jacket again today. We'll quickly warm up into the mid 70s by the morning time, close to 80 degrees again by lunchtime. We're seeing that ridge of high pressure still sitting in place. It's very stubborn and not quick to move, so a good chance we stay dry at least until Friday before we see some changes into our weekend. We do see some relief in sight. This ridge will break down, but for now it's sitting in place and it's bringing the heat. So the next couple of days in Portland, we're expecting highs, 91 degrees today, 81 tomorrow. So a slight cool down, but it'll still be warm out there throughout the afternoons, and you want to stay hydrated. Take breaks from the heat, especially today, but unlikely that we break more records. Those are the temperatures there in yellow. Current records 98 degrees today, 91 tomorrow. So we'll start to cool down and stray away from record heat, but we did see a new record yesterday when Portland hit 95 degrees. Here's a rainfall futurecast. Again, notice the coast will stay socked in with clouds at least throughout the late morning. We're clear all across the inland northwest, though. But the coast, again, socked in by some of those marine clouds as we head towards the afternoon, evening today for the east sides of the Cascades out to Bend and Central Oregon. A chance we develop some isolated thunderstorms today that could, again, develop some lightning. So we are expecting to see some elevated fire danger for the east sides of the mountains going into today and also Thursday. As we begin tomorrow, though, more of those marine clouds will move in. They'll really start to thicken here, a thick layer of clouds out towards the coast. We could squeeze out some drizzle, so keep in mind a little cooler of a start, gloomy and a bit misty out there tomorrow morning. We'll see some of those clouds filtering into Portland too, so do expect to see partly cloudy conditions for our day tomorrow. Quick look at our zone planner today. More summer-like heat, low 90s in the valley, low 60s today for the coast, slightly cooler but still pleasant conditions, sunny and hot for the gorge, and again those isolated thunderstorms on the east sides of the Cascades that we'll have to keep our eyes on the next couple of days. Here's your 7-day forecast, a slight cool down, I should say, Thursday and Friday back in the low 80s, so we'll stray from the 90s, but today still looking quite hot. We'll track a chance for some very light showers come Saturday morning, a few more clouds around, and a cool down back to the low 70s, upper 60s through Sunday and the start of next week. Carly.
Well, we start this morning with this traffic alert, and it's a max service disruption. This is going to happen, well, it's in process, but we don't know when it will end. So in the meantime, you will need to use shuttle buses for the Max Blue and Red lines, and that means you'll use those shuttle buses between the Beaverton Transit Center and the Galleria 10th station. So give yourself extra time. You always need to when using those shuttle buses instead of the Max lines. So that impacts the Max Blue and Red lines. Now check out the drive. This is across the metro area. Looks really nice. No reports of any accidents or problems out there. 26 is smooth sailing eastbound at Sylvan. That's what you're seeing right here. And it's an easy drive down the hill. So 26 right now is 4 minutes. I-5 northbound 15, I-84 westbound only 5, and I-5 southbound 7 right now.
Thank you, Carly. The Portland Trail Blazers came back from a 22-point deficit to force the Denver Nuggets into double overtime last night, but it wasn't enough. The Blazers lost 147-140. Damian Lillard set a franchise playoff record with 55 points. He had an NBA playoff record of 12 three-pointers. He also scored 17 of Portland's 19 points in both overtimes. Well, Robert Covington had 19 points and 11 rebounds. The Nuggets, Blazers now coming back to Portland for Game 6 tomorrow. Denver now leads the series 3-2. And Coin 6 is helping you get ready for Game 6 against the Nuggets. Join Adam, AJ, and Marcus for a playoff special tomorrow at 4:30. That's right here on Coin 6. Tomorrow's game start time is at 5 o'clock at the Moda Center.
All right, go Blazers. Just ahead, systems back up and running after a cyber attack disrupted the world's largest meat processing company.
Plus, Friday will be one of the sweetest days of the year. How you can get some free donuts for Donut Day. We'll be right back with your CBS Money Watch report. Coming up on 524, and it's time for your CBS Money Watch. Meat processing company JBS says it hopes the vast majority of its plants will reopen today after a ransomware attack disrupted production.
The company is the top beef producer in the U.S. and the #2 producer of pork and poultry. Now, the meat supplier says it's unlikely to lead to shortages at the grocery store, so that's good. JBS told the White House a criminal group, likely based in Russia, was responsible. Well, Walmart is extending its store hours for the first time since the pandemic hit. Starting Saturday, America's largest retailer will be open from 6 in the morning to 11 at night.
Some Walmart locations used to be open 24 hours a day before the pandemic, but cut hours to help curb the spread of the coronavirus. Company officials say they are adjusting the hours once again since the number of fully vaccinated Americans continues to grow.
That is good because there's one near us and I get up early. So, you know, it's like on the weekends. It's good that I'll be able to go earlier. Okay. Well, Amazon is for legal marijuana. In a blog post, the company's head of retail said it supports federal legislation that would legalize cannabis and also expunge criminal records. Amazon will stop drug testing its employees for marijuana, except those regulated by the Department of Transportation.
And it appears that vaccinated Americans have a sweet tooth. Krispy Kreme says it's given away more than 1.5 million free donuts to people inoculated against COVID. In March, the company said it would give free original glazed donuts every day this year to people who got a COVID shot. And this Friday, which is National Donut Day, Krispy Kreme will give 2 donuts to vaccinated Americans. And you can get 1 free donut even if you're not vaccinated.
Wow. I wonder how many of those Carly has taken advantage of.
She likes Krispy Kreme and she likes donuts in general.
She likes free donuts in general, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they taste better when they're free.
They do. Everything does, yeah. Coming up at 5:30, we're taking a look at how close 3 Oregon counties are to moving to the lower COVID-19 risk level.
And stripped of his duties for a controversial proposal, the claim from a Clackamas County commissioner that got some serious backlash. You're watching KOIN 6 News this morning.
Live, you're watching KOIN 6 News at 5:30. Watching out for you.
Thanks for being here with us on KOIN 6 News this morning. It is 5:30, and take a look at that sunrise in the Columbia River Gorge. What a fantastic sight that is. It's going to be hot out there, as it will be around here. I'm Ken Body.
And I'm Jenny Hansen. Yeah, that looks like a DVD, like a movie cover or something, right?
Yeah,
like
just incredible.
The rising sun.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
the Lion King needs to start playing right now.
Or the Lion King music could start playing,
Right.
yes. Kelly, so it sounds like we're going to see a lot more of that sun today.
We are, yeah, and more heat too. Again, not likely we'll break a new record high like we did yesterday. We hit the mid-90s in Portland and around the Portland metro area. But today's still hot. Another day in the 90s is still likely too. Beautiful sunrise to start though. We're seeing some lovely colors out. That sun beginning to rise. This is our view out of Ridgefield, our ALNA camera pointing out to Mount St. Helens and Mount Adams way off in the back. 67 degrees to start right now. It is mild out there. This is t-shirt weather out the door, so no need for even a jacket this morning. Maybe sunglasses for later, sandals if you can. We'll see temperatures today around 91 degrees for our highs as we head our way into the afternoon. So stay tuned. I'll talk about when we'll see some rain back in the forecast, if we see any relief on the way, and also a peek at some thunderstorm activity today. That's in my full forecast. Carly, how are the roads?
Well, for those of you taking mass transit, you will need to pay attention here because we've got a mass service disruption and we don't know when this will end. This is for the blue and red lines. So we have some overhead power issues, some of those lines that got damaged from yesterday. So shuttle buses must be taken there between the Beaverton Transit Center and the Galleria 10th station. As far as the roadways go, everything looks good though. You can see that here with the Portland metro area map and all the green traffic flows. I-84 at 162nd looks nice, so does 26 at 185th, and I-5 coming in from Vancouver.
Thank you very much, Carly. Good news for Astoria and parts of the Oregon coast. Governor Brown issued new risk levels that will take effect this Friday, and Clatsop County is moving to lower risk. Lane and Polk counties also moving into moderate risk. Marion and Clackamas counties will remain at high risk. Well, Multnomah and Washington counties are at the lower risk level, and we've really been benefiting from the increased capacity at local businesses.
It's been nice,
Yeah.
yeah. Other major counties are getting closer to being in that lower risk category. Elise Haas is live with where Clackamas, Polk, and Marion counties stand on the road to reopening. Elise.
Ken and Jenny, these three counties need two things in order to move to that lower risk category. Their counties need to reach a 65% vaccination rate of their residents who are 16 and older, and they have to submit their vaccine equity plan. For Polk County, they have submitted their vaccine equity plan. The Oregon Health Authority has approved it and posted it, but they will not move to the lower risk category until they reach that 65% benchmark. Right now, Polk County residents 16 and older are sitting at 61% vaccination rate. Clackamas County has also submitted their vaccine equity plan too. OHA tells me that they will be approving it soon. But 61% as well of Clackamas County residents are vaccinated, so they are getting closer to that benchmark. Meanwhile, Marion County is much lower at 56.8% vaccination rate, and they haven't submitted that vaccine equity plan yet. So it's unsure of when they would or if they would ever get there. But Oregon as a whole is inching closer to the governor's goal of 70% vaccination. As of today, according to the CDC data, 65.8% of eligible population in Oregon, 18 years and older, has received at least one dose of COVID-19 vaccine. So OHA has been projecting that Oregon will reach that 70% mark by July, but if we reach that sooner, then all of those risk levels will go away. Reporting live, Elise Haas, KOIN 6 News.
All right, thank you, Elise. Well, we are digging deeper after a Clackamas County commissioner compared COVID vaccine card checks to Jim Crow laws. Commissioner Mark Scholl drafted a resolution to block the state rule that a business must see someone's vaccination card before they can come inside without a mask. Scholl's resolution stated vaccine passports create conditions of a new Jim Crow 2.0 law. Fellow commissioners, even including Chair Tootie Smith, harshly criticized the comparison to laws that legalized segregation and led to arrests and lynchings of black people.
You don't throw gasoline on fire and then expect to retract statements. I find this resolution as originally submitted abhorrent and irresponsible.
There's nothing in there that should be construed as coming from a racist perspective.
Now, Scholl has been censored in the past for racist comments on social media. Fellow commissioners voted to remove him from all of his outside duties as a commissioner, saying he does not represent the commission.
The final round of funding is now open for landlords to seek compensation for missed rent payments during the pandemic. $60 million in assistance is now available. Landlords have until June 18th to apply. Those accepted will get 80% of rental debt owed, but will have to forgive the remaining 20%. Oregon's eviction moratorium ends on July 1st. Any rent missed over the pandemic is owed back by next February.
President Biden is scheduled to deliver an update on the country's COVID-19 pandemic response later today. Nearly 51% of all Americans are fully vaccinated, but the White House is still pushing to have 70% of Americans vaccinated by the 4th of July. Meantime, cities across the country are reporting record low infection rates. New York City, once the epicenter of infections in the U.S., recorded 0 COVID deaths for the first time in nearly 8 months.
Meanwhile, Moderna is seeking full approval from the Food and Drug Administration for its COVID vaccine. The vaccine is currently on the market for emergency use. The company says it will continue to submit trial data to the federal agency on a rolling basis over the coming weeks. Moderna is the second drug maker in the nation to apply for a full license, allowing it to market the shots directly to consumers. We will have coronavirus developments every step of the way as the community reaches a new normal. You can get the latest anytime at KOIN.com.
Developing now, one firefighter is dead and a captain is injured after an off-duty firefighter shot them at a Los Angeles County fire station yesterday morning. The suspected shooter was found dead in a burning home about 10 miles from the scene of the shooting with a gunshot wound to the head. The man was a firefighter specialist and engineer who has been with the LA County Fire Department for more than 20 years. Details were not available about what led up to the shooting. A fire captain remains in the hospital in critical but stable condition.
Newly released body cam video shows Santa Clara County Sheriff's deputies and San Jose police entering the VTA building during last week's mass shooting at a rail yard. 5 law enforcement officers arrived 2 minutes after the first call. A VTA worker comes out of the building as they arrive to give officers his key card. A gunshot that pierced a window can be heard in the video. Investigators say the shots were possibly directed towards the officers. It's then followed by 2 other shots. 57-year-old Samuel Cassidy fired 39 bullets before killing himself. 9 rail yard employees were killed.
Keeping an eye on the environment, the White House has suspended all leases for oil and gas drilling in the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge in Alaska. The leases were sold at auction shortly before President Trump left office. The Interior Department says it's reviewing their legality.
They once were lost, but now they're found. 7 apple varieties scientists believe were extinct have been found in eastern Washington state near Pullman, Colfax, and Moscow. The Lost Apple Project has partnered with local historical societies there to identify and preserve the heritage apple trees and orchards across Washington and Idaho.
Well, that is exciting. Washington does put out some good apples.
Oh, no doubt about it. They're known for that.
They are, yeah.
So now that we have these newly rediscovered apples, we'll have to check them out.
Yeah, nice day to chomp on some like fruit, anything refreshing, because it's going to be another hot day out there.
It is, and this is berry month. This is the month where all the berries come out.
That is
Farms
true.
are open.
Yeah.
A little hot today to pick, but again, lovely to dine outside under the shade if you can. Again, we're under some heat as we move into our day today. We're expecting some temperatures to really climb again. Yesterday, we did see record heat around the region, 95 degrees in Portland yesterday, breaking the old record of 94 set back in 1970. And it seems like 1970 was a hot year. There were a number of records set that year for these cities on the list. But we did see a day where the mid-90s to even upper 90s, to Salem, was felt, and it was a hot day. So today will be slightly cooler, but our highs still in the 90s. So a lot of heat on the way today. Here's our weather headlines. Again, these temperatures we're feeling are more like July and August temperatures. But we did set a record yesterday back in in the 90s today. We are tracking some isolated thunderstorms out to the east sides of the state this afternoon, not just today, but also Thursday. So that does pose for some elevated fire concerns, some wildfire danger from lightning strikes going into our afternoon hours. So we'll talk about that here in a few moments. But also there is some relief in sight. Cooler temperatures on the way this weekend. We're starting out the beautiful morning. We're in the mid to upper 60s up and down the valley. Sunshine everywhere around the valley and eastward. Still some clouds out to the coast this morning. As you can see here, Lincoln City is pretty socked in. Those marine clouds are very thick. And today we will see decreasing clouds out there and some sun breaks. A cooler but pleasant day for the coast today. Here's our day planner in Portland, though, warming up quickly by lunchtime, close to the mid 70s to about 80 degrees again, heating up into the upper 80s, low 90s for our highs today. All the more details in my full forecast that's coming up next. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Kelly. Coming up, Cor Harlan is live at the Vancouver waterfront at a new shop that's connecting local entrepreneurs and shoppers.
And don't forget, if you have a story you want us to investigate, just download the Coin 6 News app and send us your news tips.
Welcome back. A new shop along the Vancouver waterfront that will be a one-stop shop for products created from local independent businesses.
Cor Harlan live this morning in Vancouver to tell us about Pop Local and their fundraising campaign. Cor?
Well, they just started this fundraising campaign for the build out of the waterfront store that'll happen over the summer here. And just to back up a little bit, Pop Local is a place, a retail establishment with an emphasis on all locally made products to help small business people kind of get a foot in and get a toe in on some of the retail traffic here. The person that organizes all of this is Jessica Chan with me this morning here, and we're not actually in the waterfront location, but we're heading down there. A lot of the vendors have kind of sort of taken off down there a little bit for this retail location that will be next to Twigs, I guess, down there, right?
Correct. We'll be located at the River West building just across the street from
Well, that is really cool. Talk to me a little bit about how you got started with this idea, because a lot of us are fans of things like the Saturday market because we can go there and we know that just about everything that's made there is made by somebody within a 20-mile radius of where it's being sold. How'd this get started for you?
Yeah, my background is in product design and in business, and so I actually started on the maker side of things myself and attending markets. My other company, Night Market Vancouver, was one of the many that had to shut down temporarily during COVID, just to reduce overhead. So as a pivot and in order to continue supporting a lot of our local makers and independent businesses, we opened up this pop-up shop concept, Pop Local, as a new retail home to continue supporting everyone.
And it's pretty cool because it's built out. It's got the air of a modern, expensive, expensive, not the right word, but it's just a beautiful setting in here with nice furnishings and stuff like that. And it's all, again, populated with things that are made in the local area, two of which, the vendors and the makers, are right here with us this morning. If you've ever been down to the Vancouver Farmers Market, or you know maybe some of Conan's sauce here, Conan Miller, right? That's the guy there. That's the guy there with the red face and the beard. Check him out. Check him out right over there. That's him right over there. Okay. So what you may not also know is you can have a spoon, a kitchen spoon, customized. This is Janice Kimmel spoons right there. You can go online with Janice and talk a little bit about. Excuse me there. You can have anything engraved on that spoon is what I'm trying to say there. So we got about 30 seconds left. Come here, don't run away from me. God, please, don't do that. Everybody does that. Give me 20 seconds or so on the value of having a place where you can come, besides the Saturday market, and have a standalone full-time retail location to have your stuff.
My stuff's mainly sold online. You want to be able to touch. You want to be able to feel something, the quality, before you buy something. It makes a huge difference to people to be able to see what they're actually getting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You're right on the nose about that. You got to touch and you got to feel you got to kick the tires a little bit before you buy here. So we are at Pop Local this morning. This is a store that is in transition on its way down to Vancouver's new waterfront location. But we wanted to give you a little taste of this morning, show you a lot more things here as we roll along this morning. We'll talk with Conan here about what's in the special sauce that goes into the special sauce. We'll do that a little bit later, maybe mix some of this stuff up, who knows. But there it is, Jenny and Ken, Pop Local here from downtown Vancouver.
Yeah, that hot sauce looks good.
Yeah, it really does. It'll make me sweat, but I bet you I will still love it.
Ken's head likes to sweat with the hot sauce. Yeah, all right.
Ken's head likes to sweat. Yep.
It does. We've all seen it happen here on the set.
Yes, we have.
All right. Thanks, Cor.
Tickets are now on sale for this year's Waterfront Blues Festival.